You name it, we've lived it.
And are living it.
Brits moving from the UK all the way to Australia with not a pot to piss in.
A whirlwind romance sparkled on Tinder.
3 months in, pregnant, starting 2 now successful businesses through COVID.
To another 2 new businesses post-COVID, whilst juggling 2 young, spirited children.
Living worldwide, travelling and pure hustle. We are nothing short of batshit crazy, but motivated as fuck. We are here to tell you our story,
inspire,
teach,
and probably scare the crap out of you.
Uncut, raw and real. Welcome to Business, Babies and Banter
with Henry
and Jade. Welcome to Business, Babies and Banter. I'm Jade.
I'm Henry.
And we have not been podcasting for now almost 2.5 weeks because we're in beautiful Bali.
Beautiful, chaotic Bali.
It's been a real journey to get here, but things are going to get easier. But we thought organically it would be really cool just to speak to you about the reality of being here, especially in the setup process, because one of the comments that we get from a lot of people is, "You're so lucky. I'm so jealous. I wish I was in Bali." And I'm like, no, it is stunning and it's unbelievable. But, there's a huge amount of work and chaos that we are still going through a little bit in the process of getting set up as a family, isn't it?
Yeah, when you're relocating, we've done it a few times, you relocate to an area and it's not just like you can be as prepared as you want in terms of organizing things in advance. But when you get there, it takes time to get settled. It takes time to get everything in motion. It takes time to create a routine, which is what everyone needs, but especially as a family with children, we need routine and we need system and you need habit and patterns. And it's things haven't gone to plan. It's been hard to find a nanny. It's been hard to find a house that we can secure for like a longer term. And we're getting to know an area that we've not lived in before.
So I think one of the biggest challenges that, one of the biggest significant things that people don't think about is, when other people consider Bali because they've been on a holiday or they've been, visited, you're not working. And when you're working, it's very different. That's our...
bread and butter.
Sure.
Chop.
There's no bread, there's no butter. You're going to have to wait a minute, darling, because we're just doing a podcast. You can't just eat bread like that, no. You're going to have to direct that. But one of the things that people don't consider is working. And so because Australia is currently, actually it changes today.
What does?
It's the 6th of April. 6th of April, Australian clocks go back for winter.
Oh, so do we lose?
So we're only going to, no, we don't lose anything because we're in Bali, but we're going to be 2 hours difference, not 3.
Yeah, so what I mean is so we get an extra hour in the morning.
Good. Okay. That's good. So anyway, it's been 3, but literally the only time that I actually get anything done and Henry gets anything done before the children wake up is when we wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And obviously I'm super pregnant now, you could see. But yeah, it's a lot waking up at 4 in the morning. There's nothing luxurious about it. It's not sunny. It's not bright. It's pitch fucking black in the middle of the night. And there's just geckos shitting on you and isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm yeah, just mosquito.
We're having to do Zoom calls and team meetings at 6 a.m., which is fine. If you wake up at 4 or 5, you've had a few coffees, you're okay. But you've got to speak semi-quietly because the children are still asleep. If the children wake up and they come through while you're on a Zoom call, which is what you've just seen there, it's difficult. And
the children, sorry, we'll go one step at a time. Let's finish off about work.
Well, I don't know what I was saying now. That'll go on.
Just about them coming. I was going to then move swiftly on to the fact that we've had the children pretty much full time for fucking 2.5 weeks.
But yeah, I think, waking up early and the time zone with work is something that is actually a benefit for us here because yes, we start early and when the day finishes in Australia, we're still in the afternoon. So theoretically speaking, we can start our day early. And then when everyone's finished in Australia, technically they've clocked off. You don't clock off when you're an owner. We can then have time to still work and to still do other things, or spend time with the children, do something as a family, have some R&R. So yes, your days are longer, but you get more out of them. You get more. I feel we can be more productive. You can fill the day with more work if you choose to, or you can work your normal hours and then you've still got 3 or 4 hours of daylight adult daytime where you can actually
Yeah.
do something as a family or go somewhere or do
Yeah.
something.
So that's been a big adjustment. The work thing, like honestly, I'm actually really good at doing what's required. Henry, even more so. He's like a gun. I'm obviously pregnant, but like we get shit done. That's how we've progressed so far. But moving on to that, one of the biggest challenges that we found is when we first moved to Bali in 2022, we basically interviewed one nanny, and then the second one was unbelievable, and she was our forever nanny. It was like, it just was very, very lucky when we were here. And so this time, I was just kind of assumed it would be the same. I just thought, we'll do a couple of interviews, get a few people in. It might take a bit longer, but it'll be fine. And it hasn't been. So we landed on Tuesday night on the 18th of March. The Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we had our old nannies. Really far for her, not convenient at all. But she made it if she wanted to see the family, etc. So all good. We then had Saturday, Sunday, all good, wasn't it? And then come Monday, we were doing a few interviews, and they've just been
Your trials.
trials that are just a bit fucking useless. Just like one of them got on really well with Hugo, but couldn't control Harper. The other one, vice versa. So we've literally been in Zoom calls and like the doors opening, and we're paying them. Mind, it's not like a free thing. And I'm like, fuck, this is just a lot. And then Henry's sister came, which she just left today. She was gorgeous. She came all the way from England, spent some time with us. And she helped significantly. But yeah, obviously she was also here on holiday to have fun. So there was a lot of times when me and Henry are literally doing the salon team meeting on a Friday morning. And she literally, as soon as we jump on the call, the kids wake up. And I'm like, fuck's sake. And one of us has to go. And that has been probably the most stressful, biggest challenge, because I don't mind waking up early. But when, I've also got coaching clients, it's my obligation to have like complete and utter presence with them. And Henry's like, well, I've got a call at 11. I'm like, wow, got a call at 11 too. It's like a cool off, isn't it? Henry's just reflecting now. He's like, fuck me, yeah, it's pure hell. Can't wait for Monday tomorrow.
Basically, the nanny thing has held us back a bit. Because if we had Nanny Street, there were all of the issues that we pretty much face, with half of them would be eradicated. We've got another interview in 23 minutes with another nanny, who's coming around to meet us, and we're gonna look for something a little bit different. Someone that's got more of an educational background, who can engage children a bit more, better English.
English
can keep them occupied and challenged rather than just be there to watch them.
Yeah, English is a really important one as well, just because of their age. So I feel like when they're little, like little, it doesn't matter so much. But Hugo's really keen and just confident. He loves to ask questions. He wants to ask like, what's going on? How's this? And like, he almost has a bit of banter and fun with him. And so for him to be met with a kind of like non-response, I don't think is good for his development. But also probably a little bit off-putting. It's then like, is there something wrong? Have I upset you? Like, he can't really read it because he's also not old enough to know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? But the area that we're in currently is very countryside. It's in Ubud, but like 20 minutes outside of central Ubud. It's absolutely amazing, to be fair. I mean, I'm sure for those of you that will listen and follow, you watch some of our stories. Henry them post because he can't be fucked, but I do. But yeah, it's really beautiful. I'm obviously going to be having the baby here. How are you feeling about all that, Henry?
Cool as a cucumber. Can't wait.
Yeah, no, I'm going to a beautiful birthing center called Bumi Sahat, which is, unbelievable. I'm very excited. I'm actually excited to give birth. I've been to a few appointments, checkups, etc. So all that's going well. We're all cooking nicely, and we're 33 weeks at the moment, so not too long left.
We found a house.
Yeah.
So we just signed a 1-year lease, and in Bali, it's not like Australia where it's month by month. You have to pay up front, which is a little strange. But we wanted to make sure that obviously to do that and to put the money down, it was the right place. And I think the place that we found, there's lots of cool villas in Bali, and you've seen villas, but this is more of like it feels like a house. So it's 2 levels. There's a kitchen with an island bench where you can sit and have breakfast, and there's a lounge area, dining area, and then there's an upstairs lounge as well. And it's got views, it's got a pool.
Sun rises over the rice paddy field, which is in front of the swimming pool.
It's really the villa boxes, but at the same time, it also feels like a house at a home.
Yeah, it's very much. And so one of the things that we also realized in our first home in 2022, so the villa that we're in at the moment does have an outdoor seating area and an outdoor kitchen, which isn't too bad. Like there's blinds to close it off, etc. But living space, aka sofa, TV, you do need a little living space.
Yeah, you need some respite from the cold.
If you want it, even if it's boiling hot, if it's the nighttime, you need respite from the fucking geckos and stinny sozzies. And if it's the daytime, sometimes you just want to sit down in the cool and like not be in direct sunlight and have the aircon on. And if you don't have an indoor living area, you basically just have to sit in the bedroom. And then the bedroom doesn't feel as sacred because it's. Did you? Everyone was just fucking gave birth himself because he watched Hugo do a massive jump.
With a knife in his hand.
Yeah, with a knife in his hand. I'd get him on board, guys, but he's butt naked, so it probably wouldn't be appropriate. Yeah, so you need to have that time out. So in our old place in 2022, when Harper was a baby, we had 4 bedrooms. It was gorgeous, 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, in almost like separate little like villas, like little hut villas, and then a pool in the middle, and then the kitchen space and living space was in the middle. But because of that, we literally just stayed. We would choose a room, and then all 4 family members would be on someone's bed under the mosquito net because there was loads of mosquitoes at this particular place as well, like wild amount of mosquitoes. And yeah, that was kind of like a drainer because you'd be sat on the bed, like all huddled up, and then yeah, I don't know, and then it just lost the sacred kind of energy of like looking forward to going to bed and getting into bed because we were just in the fucking bedroom the whole time if we wanted any respite from mosquitoes or the sun, basically. But this place is lovely. It's been really nice. It's a really nice immersion. Just a little bit far. That the place that we've signed up for is going to be a lot more accessible. We've also found a cool kids place, Bali Kids Hangout, which is really nice. It's kind of like a kids play center, indoor, outdoor. There's slides and a swimming pool, and then there's also like a big area, and it's undercover. So whether it's raining or whether it's like burning hot, you got like shade and you've got cover, which is really important, of course, with the kiddies. What else, Henry? We went to Uluwatu. We just got back from Uluwatu. We did just over 24 hours there, which was stunning. I would actually love to try and manifest. Henry's back. He just had a quick bite of bread himself after seeing to Hugo. I was just saying about Uluwatu. Like, I think
What's my favorite place I've been in Bali so far?
yeah, it's obviously it's very clean. I don't know if you've been to Bali, it is the most untouched, clean area. AKA the water's really clear. There isn't as much litter. It's just not as polluted, basically.
The lanes are really pretty. Like there's
It's very Western.
they're starting to have a lot of development. There was cranes up, which you don't see in Ubud. You know, there were lots of cranes, so they're definitely gonna. It's definitely gonna expand like Canggu has.
and get fucked, basically.
The
It won't be nice
infrastructure,
for long.
the road infrastructure won't be able to handle an increase of 20%. It just won't.
Even the laneways, like to get down to the beach, it's like a one sizable, very thin, very steep, treacherous steps down. I mean, I had to be super careful. Henry obviously carried Harper, but like, yeah, just to even get 2 people past was a nightmare. And I'm thinking, yeah, if you increase the population or visiting capacity by 20%, like it would literally be pandemonium.
But we've experienced a bit of everything now. You know, it's we've had a bit of a trip to Uluwatu to see. You've got hopefully I think this next round of nanny interviews will work out.
I've got a good feeling about
Is
this.
this on 3rd week or 2nd week here?
This on Tuesday, we would have been here 3 weeks.
So we've done 3 weeks. Businesses have thrived. Everything's operated as normal. Yes, it's been a bit difficult for us with the kids, but they haven't been at school or daycare because it's school holidays here. So they go to school tomorrow. It's their first day of school.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, they're going to school. So all in all, I feel like this week coming is like a fresh start. it's like this the start of our actual life. And maybe when we move into the house, but I feel like this week will probably be
Just a routine.
a bit easier.
Like, honestly,
Get more settled.
I absolutely, we both adore our kids, right? And I also love working. Like, I'm happy, but doing the two collaboratively without support is like, it's literally pure hell. It's been harder than Australia because in Australia they have daycare, they have Hugo was at primary school, and even though it was a juggle, obviously here I'm not cooking, cleaning, or washing. Thank the Lord. Henry doesn't notice any difference because those things just got done for him anyway. So for him, he's like, oh, it's just chill. But for me, it's a game changer. But the balance of like, I'm not able to work very well. I'm not really able to be present with the kids is like a fucking pull. And yeah, it's really stressful because we're both super busy and we both got so many things going on. Henry's predominantly on Privé hair and makeup. I'm doing calls with the salon all day. I'm trying to do salon one-to-ones. I've then got my coaching clients. Henry's like, I really need to speak to Cody. And I'm like, yeah, but I literally have a call in 5 minutes. And the kids are like, Mom, and then they're fighting. And it has been fucking chaos. I tell you, there have been a couple of moments where I've almost been in tears. Definitely. And you've been at your wit's end. Like, Henry's almost thrown his laptop a few times over and smoking
Smoking and baking at the same time. Basically.
drinking a beer at fucking 5 a.m. But no, so school. Let's talk about school. School is starting for the children tomorrow. It's actually only 10 minutes from our house currently as well, which is going to be really good.
We're going to this gay set circle meeting. What's it called?
It's called circle time, NDs. For the children
going to hold hands and sing "Come By
the
Us."
children to get immersed into their first day and the first day of term, they have a circle time and the parents are offered to stay. And because we have no fucking clue what's going on, yeah, I think we should probably say circle time. Anyway, we're not going to sing Kumbaya. It's been spat. There's swimming lessons Monday and Thursday. There is like they plant all their own vegetables. They grow all their own vegetables.
It's a vegan school. So what's funny this morning, we were in the car to go for breakfast, and at the villa, the places that we were staying, we get breakfast cooked for us every day. So we've not really been at breakfast. So on the way to breakfast this morning in the car, I said to the kids they were being nuisances. I said, if we're going for breakfast, we never go for breakfast. We're not going to go for breakfast again for weeks and weeks and weeks. You can have anything you want. What do you want for breakfast? Hugo said pizza, half said steak. So they're going for a vegan school. And they're going to come back, and I think they're going to be fucking ravenous, poor kids. They're not going to eat properly.
Look, there's snap. Let's not start because this is a public podcast on the fucking. If you don't want to be a vegan,
the director of Wood School's not going to listen to our podcast, are they?
well, there might be some vegans listening, getting offended.
Well, if they are, eat meat.
For Trump's sake. Anyway, I'm so sorry if you're vegan. It's your choice. We don't care. I'm not a vegan. I'm not a vegetarian, but it doesn't offend me. And I strongly encourage you to choose whatever feels right for you. But the ethos, Henry, behind the veganism, specifically at the school, they really encompass the whole ethos of mindfulness, deep connection with each other and the earth and every living being. And that for me, especially at this age, I just think is like one of the things we noticed about Hugo in Middle Park Primary School. One of the nicest, best state schools you could go to in Australia, I would even argue, is like you go to a rough school, like, somewhere in the far out suburbs, and they probably learn all terrible language, behavior, stealing, whatever. I don't know. That's just an assumption, obviously, but that kind of energy. And you go to a really good school and they're just self-entitled little shits. And so the way that I've sensed the difference in him, haven't you? Since he started school, like going blah, 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 and like rolling his eyes. I'm like,
Well, attitude.
Like, where the fuck did you learn that? Because it's not from us. I don't say blah, blah, blah and roll my eyes. It's the school. And this, I hope, is just going to eliminate that because they will not tolerate that shit at this school. They are very, that being said, he's an angel at school, isn't he?
Yeah, he knows when to speak.
He knows to turn it on. But yeah, I think it's going to be really wholesome for the children. 8:30 till 2:30 as well, just to know that they're safe, happy, well, and I can do everything that's required. And then come 2:30 when they finish, I'm sweet. Like, I need to be on call of it with the salon. I'm not really going to I can schedule all my coaching clients before, haven't got to do any cleaning, cooking, all that's done. I can literally be like, hey kids, let's go in the pool. Let's do this. Why don't we go here? It's just going to be a different experience versus waking up at 4 by 6, having to juggle children and calls and just strapped. Yeah. Something to look forward to. All right, guys. Well, we'll leave it at that. If there is any,
the next one's going to be more consistent because
yeah, we're gonna do it.
on.
Well-
But this hopefully clears up why it's been a bit of a delay between podcasts because we just haven't had the time.
Yeah.
It's not had the opportunity.
Between interviewing nannies, working flat out, not having
House viewing.
hosting Henry's sister, of course, that we wanted to take her out and look after her as well. It's not like we could just be like, hey, thanks for coming to Bali from the UK. We're busy. So yeah, we've been really trying to like do the hosting, tourist thing, mum, dad thing, business thing, new house thing, unpacking thing. Like this has been wild, hasn't it? Yeah. It's not for the faint-hearted. But yeah, very grateful to be here. There's so many exciting things in the pipeline that are going to be coming to fruition. Is it fruitation or fruition? Fruition.
Fruitation.
I don't fucking know.
Go with fruitation just for the love.
Coming to life, let's say, over the coming months in all aspects. Like we're going to be having a new baby. I actually spoke to someone who was like, you totally manifested this because you created a business called, a podcast called Business Babies of Banter.
Yeah.
I was like, well, the babies aren't really babies anymore, are they? So we fucking made another one.
Yeah, but you were pregnant when we started the podcast, weren't you?
I wasn't.
You were?
I didn't know I was.
For sure?
Yes.
For sure?
Yes. Unless you knew in the moment of conception.
No, I think it was before. No, mate. Okay, mate, you're like, spin.
Anyway.
Spin back.
Anyway, we're survived. We're still together. Like he's still tolerating me. Like he pretends he doesn't love me, and then off camera he's like, "Oh, that's you lot." Yes, he's fucking he loves attention. And if I don't, he's like, "Oh, I have had no physical touch or attention from you, you know." But he likes to pretend he hates me, but actually he's the needy one.
I am not needy.
I'm not needy. I'm not. Guys, we will see you next week. We've got We'll see you next week. We've got a million things to fill you in to talk about, but I hope this updates everyone. Sorry for the huge delay, and thank you for all your ongoing support and love. And if you ever feel like moving to Bali, send us a fucking DM because especially if you got kids, because it's not the easy breezy as you might think. See you soon, guys. Bye.
Thanks for listening and hopefully laughing. Be sure to leave us a review, and if you're into the madness,
check out the links below to follow our day-to-day journey.
stay tuned for the next episode.